What's going on, everybody? David here. Today we're going to talk about why I'm still keeping the Chase Sapphire Reserve. But first off, on this channel, we talk about inspiring people to travel more using points. If that sounds like something interesting to you, please hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the little bell notification so you can get future updates on my videos. Okay, so last week, Chase announced that they will be raising the annual fee on the Chase Sapphire Reserve, and they're making some other changes. So let's take a quick look at the different changes that will be made. Okay, so the first thing they're going to do, I previously mentioned they're going to be raising the annual fee. So it's going to go from $450 to $550. And this higher fee will apply to all applicants as of Sunday, January 12th. So today it's January 13th, so this is already in place. So now you should be seeing the $550 annual fee. However, I just checked today and I didn't see it, but it should be coming. Now, if you're a current Chase Sapphire Reserve member, your annual fee is not going to kick in until April 1st. So if you do have, let's say, in March, you have your annual fee is up, you're still going to pay $450, but on April 1st, that's when it will go up to $550 for everyone. Card holders will be eligible for 1 free year of Lyft Pink, and that's valued at $19.99 per month. Card members will also get 10 points for every dollar spent on Lyft ride. Card holders will also receive a $60 annual DoorDash statement credit for 2020 and for 2021. Okay, so now let's talk about the reason that I'm keeping the Chase Sapphire Reserve. So the first thing I'm looking at is the annual fee. So the annual fee will not kick in for me until August of 2020. So I have a little bit of time. I don't have to jump the gun. I can get a feel for DoorDash and see if I like that. I can use Lyft and see if I like that product. And then I can kind of figure out what I want to do. So because I don't have to make a decision right away, it makes sense for me just to hold off, see what these benefits have to offer, and then go from there. So the second thing I want to look at, DoorDash. DoorDash works for me. I mean, it's a delivery service. Although I have not used DoorDash before, I've used Postmates, I've used Uber Eats, and they're all pretty much the same. They bring food to you. So I'm happy about that. At least you get that $60 credit. I'll be able to use a $60 credit in 2020. I'll be able to use a $60 credit in 2021. So I can put that as a benefit for me. Now, I know it's not for everyone. Not everyone uses DoorDash or uses delivery services, but in my situation, it works. And so I will use it. Something else I want to mention, Chase Sapphire Reserve still has the best travel insurance. Although the American Express Platinum, they've made some changes to their travel insurance, which is good. Now they have trip delay and stuff like that. I still think the travel insurance with the Chase Sapphire Reserve is the best. And they even have like medical emergency, which I have not seen on any other credit cards, where you'll get like $2,500 if you have a medical emergency in another country, which $2,500 is not a lot of money. But if you're in a bind and let's say you have something it's an emergency, but it's not like life threatening, well, then they can take care of you. $2,500 will probably cover that cost. So that's something that's good with Chase. And that's the reason that I use that card primarily when I'm booking my trips, because I want to get that travel insurance. And although I do go and get third-party insurance from time to time, it's good to know that if I'm using the Chase Sapphire Reserve, I'll still get some travel insurance. And I can kind of pick and choose too. There might be a situation where I've picked up some travel insurance, but it doesn't offer some of the same benefits that the travel insurance that I get with Chase Sapphire Reserve offers. So I might use Chase Sapphire Reserve for a trip delay or lost luggage or something like that, as opposed to using the travel insurance that I get that's third party. And the major reason that I get the third party travel insurance is for the medical, because medical is usually a little bit higher. You can get it up to $10,000 per injury, or you can even get up to $25,000. And then you're looking at situations where emergency evacuation is available, and they will give you $100,000 for that or something like that. So because there's some real good benefits when it comes to third party travel insurance, I still like to go that route. But it's always nice to know, okay, I use my Chase Sapphire Reserve. So if it's something that's minor and where I can benefit, like the 6-hour window when it comes to a trip delay, I can jump on that. I might not get that with a third-party travel insurance. So that's the way that I look at that. And something else I want to mention, I still love the travel credit. The travel credit with the Chase Sapphire Reserve is the best travel credit that's out there with any credit card that's available right now, because it's so easy to use. You have the American Express Platinum, American Express Gold, American Express Green. You have all these different credit cards that are out there that offer you these different credits. But I find that the Chase Sapphire Reserve is the highest at $300, and it's the easiest to use. You can use it for pretty much any type of travel. So that's a really, really big perk. Something else worth mentioning is Priority Pass. So although the other top tier credit cards have Priority Pass, the Chase Sapphire Reserve and the City Prestige card, they still offer the dining credit. So the American Express Platinum does not offer dining credit anymore. And so what that means is I can go to a participating restaurant at the airport and I can get a dining credit, $28 credit. I can go in, get as much food as I want for that'll amount to $28. You can go over, but you have to pay for that, obviously. But you get a $28 credit. That's something that's a huge benefit. Now, if you have someone else with you, they also get the credit. So you get it for +1. So you'll have $28 for you, $28 for them. And I just think that's the best benefit that anyone can give me at the airport. I like having lounge access, but if I can go to a restaurant and get free food, I'll do it any day of the week. Okay, so now that we're halfway through, if you're finding this information valuable, please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and also, if you have any questions or anything like that, join our WhatsApp group. Okay, let's hear more about my thoughts on the Chase Sapphire Reserve. And something else worth mentioning is the car insurance. So if I rent a car, I get primary insurance, which I think is good. Now that covers the damage to your vehicle. So if you rent the car, it's the damage to your vehicle. It's not counting damage to another vehicle or liability. So that's something that you have to understand too. You might need to get that insurance as well, or use your personal insurance for that. But you at least get something when it comes to insurance. Most credit cards are not going to give you primary. They're going to give you some secondary insurance, but they're not going to give you anything primary. So it's always good to mention that the Chase cards, Chase Sapphire Preferred, Chase Sapphire Reserve, they do have that primary insurance. And then the last thing I want to talk about is the fact that I just like using the card. So I get 3 points for every dollar spent at restaurants, which I eat out a lot more than I care to admit. And so because of that, I can really maximize the 3 points for every dollar spent. And then when I travel, like I said, I use the card for travel, and I get 3 points for every dollar spent with that as well. So this is one of those cards that I can use every day when I go to restaurants and go to fast food places and stuff like that. And so I can really maximize my points. Whereas if I'm using like the American Express Platinum, I'm not going to be able to maximize those points because you get 5 points for every dollar spent on airfare, and if you're booking on Amex Travel, but you're not getting anything when it comes to restaurants. So I'm not going to be using that card for that purpose. I would probably be more inclined to use the American Express Gold because it gives you some of those benefits that I would be looking for. So that's how I feel about the Chase Sapphire Reserve. I'm keeping it. I don't know about a lot of people. I know there's a lot of talk out there where people are saying, oh, I'm going to get rid of the card. I'm canceling. I'm downgrading. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. This is crazy. I can't believe they're doing this. But I don't see it as being that big of a deal. They are giving you a credit, and if you do the delivery services, you can get that $60 credit, so that's good. And when it comes to Lyft, Lyft versus Uber, I usually use Uber, but when it comes to Lyft, I can use Lyft. They do the same thing. They get me to the airport, and that's all that I really need when I use them. I'll use them maybe 3-4 times per year, so I can really get that 15% off with Lyft, plus I'm getting 10 points for every dollar spent while using Lyft. So I think all in all, it's a win-win when it comes down to Lyft or Uber. I'm going to use Lyft now. I'm not going to use Uber. That's the only change that I'll have to make. But overall, I think the card is still a solid card. I still think it's at the top of the list when it comes to travel credit cards. But more importantly, I want to know what you guys think. What do you guys think about it? Are you guys going to keep the card? Are you going to get rid of the card? Please let us know down below. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe for more. And check out these videos over here for some more great content. Talk to you later. Bye.